Greetings Diecast Racing fans, Sharky here and welcome back to Vulcan Raceway. So, this is episode 5 of the American Muscle Head-to-Head League. And currently, Cuboid has a 6-0 perfect score, the only one with so. Last episode, Matthew Harding came back at him hard. Matthew Harding is in second and sitting 5-1. Then we've got Mark Taylor and Moose, both 4-2. Down to Daisy Brennan and Keldon Raven, both on 3-3. In 7th, Ego, 2-4. And in joint last, the V-Man, Comish and Bear, 1-5. Can anybody beat Cuboid this time? Let's find out. Here we go for the episode 5 draw. Red lane, blue lane, red lane, blue lane, red lane, blue lane, red lane, blue lane, red lane, blue lane. That bag is empty. Red lane, blue lane, red lane, blue lane, red lane, blue lane, red lane, blue lane, red lane, blue lane. So we've got A versus D, C versus I, F versus E, H versus G, B versus J. Then we've got B again versus E, A versus C, I versus H, G versus F, and J versus D. And again, we've got the one car that's in the first matchup, that's in this final matchup. So A is the V-Man in the Ford Mustang Mach 1, D is Mark Taylor in the Ford Maverick, and the last one is Moose in the Pontiac Firebird versus Mark Taylor in the Maverick. And that concludes the draw for episode 5. As per usual, giving you a bit of the track overview. Kai Transport Solutions lorry sitting there. Got a new shop joining the vendors. Things all a bit moved around. Track support teams are ready. Shout out to the sponsors, the BERCC and Tomley RC. And there we can see all 10 cars ready to get this started. Here we go for race 1. On the red lane we have car A, which is the V-Man in the Ford Mustang Mach 1, against Mark Taylor. Car D, the Ford Maverick. Mark Taylor's in third and the V-Man is in joint last. So can the V-Man cause an upset and take down Mark Taylor tonight? We'll see. The answer is no, with a time of 1.9 seconds. Mark Taylor gets the win. Next up, we've got the current leader, Cuboid, on the red lane versus Sergeant Chill himself, Keldon Raven, on the blue lane. Let's see how this goes down. Yeah, Cuboid did it with a 1.9. Next up, we've got Matthew Harding. He is in the Chevy Chevelle SS on the red lane, and on the blue lane we've got that's Bear, isn't it? It is Bear, yeah, in the Copo Camaro. So let's see how this one goes. Miss hit, we'll have to redo that. Restart due to my error. And there's a win there, 2.3 seconds by Matthew Harding. So on the red lane we've got the Greenwood Corvette of Ego. And on the blue lane we've got Daisy Brennan in the 57 Chevy. And a win there for Ego in the Greenwood Corvette with a time of 1.9 seconds. So last race of the first half. In the red lane we have got the red car, which is car B, the Comish in the Ford Thunderbolt. In the blue lane we have got Moose in the Pontiac Firebird. The current track record holder or lap record holder here in this competition is Moose with a 1.7. I don't know whether he'll do that today, but let's see, shall we? And no, he didn't do a 1.7, but he did do a 1.8, so Moose wins in a 1.8. And into the second half. And first up we've got car B versus car E. Car B is the Comish in the Ford Thunderbolt. Car E is Bear in the Chevy Copo Camaro. So the Thunderbolt's on the red lane, the Camaro is on the blue. Fairly even all the way down, and it looks like, yes, just at the line of the 2 seconds. It was car B, which is the Comish in the Ford Thunderbolt. Well done. So let's be honest here. The V-Man in the Ford Mustang Mach-1 on the red lane hasn't got much chance here. He's up against Cuboid, who hasn't yet lost in that Ford Fairlane GT. But, you know, things can happen. Let's see. Closer than we thought, but yeah, Cuboid gets the win with 2-0. That means that he is going to maintain his first position, and he's going to do 8 and none. So Sergeant Chill, Keldon Raven, in the red lane in his Dodge Charger RT. In the blue lane we've got Ego in the Chevy Greenwood Corvette. Close all the way down, and the Corvette takes it to the line. So it's close all the way down, the Corvette takes it on the line, 1.9 seconds. So race 9 of tonight's racing, we have on the red lane, we've got the pink 57 Chevy of Daisy Brennan. And on the blue lane, we've got Matthew Harding in the coppery coloured Chevy Chevelle SS. And a win there for Matthew Harding in the time of 1.9 seconds. So going into tonight's racing, these two were equally matched and they were both in joint third place. On the red lane, we've got Moose in the Pontiac Firebird. And on the right lane, we've got Mark Taylor in the Ford Maverick. So Firebird on the red, we've got the Maverick on the blue. And a win there for the Firebird with a time of 1.9 seconds, which brings the racing to an end for tonight. Let's have a look at what happened overall. So what a day of racing. At the end, here we are at episode 5. We're pretty sorted out. There is the possibility of any one of 3 cars winning this next week. Cuboid sitting currently in first, 8 and none in that Ford Fairlane GT. If he loses once and Matthew Harding wins twice, then that will tie it up with a race-off between Cuboid and Matthew Harding. If Cuboid loses twice and Moose wins twice, that will tie it off and Moose could win or Matthew Harding could win. So we could have a 3-way potentially. So Cuboid, Matthew Harding and Moose all could still win this. Cuboid's currently 8 and none. Matthew Harding is 7 and 1. Moose is 6 and 2. So Matthew Harding's in the Chevy Chevelle SS. Moose is in the Pontiac Firebird. In 4th, we have Mark Taylor in the Ford Maverick, 5 and 3. In 5th, we have Ego in the Chevy Greenwood Corvette, 4 and 4. The friends, Daisy Brennan and Keldon Raven, are jointly in 6th in the 57 Chevy and the Dodge Charger RT, both 3 and 5. In 8th is the Comish in the Ford Thunderbolt, and he's 2 and 6. And joint last, racing off for the wooden spoon, we have the V-Man in the Ford Mustang Mach-1 and Bear in the Chevy Copo Camaro, both 1 and 7. What's going to happen next week? Well, you'll just have to come back to find out. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, do all that usual YouTube stuff, and we'll catch you all next time.